Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be talking about the topic of slow writing. Our lives are busy and they're just getting busier. We're all desperate for tips and tricks about time management, scheduling, prioritization, and optimization. We want life hacks and shortcuts. Technology has eliminated some of the boring domestic tasks that used to consume our time and zap our energy, yet we're still complaining about being time poor and exhausted. These days, we expect more from ourselves and from life. Ironically, we have technology to thank for this also. Polished images of productive people, followed by the hashtag hustle, fill our social media feeds. The subliminal message beneath these images is that a busy person is an important person. Of course, the shrinking job market and the increasing casualization of work and the depletion of entire industries isn't helping. With baby boomers understandably putting off retirement, mid-level personnel are unable to move into management positions and low-level workers are unable to take on more responsibility. Or worse, they take on mid-level responsibilities but without the title or the pay. This means that entry-level positions are scarce and the competition is fierce. If you want the job, then you have to go above and beyond. That being said, we're all very aware that job security is a thing of the past. The idea of limiting yourself to one single stream of income and to one single employer seems almost irresponsible. We need to have a side hustle, multiple streams of income, passive income, and investments. We need to take control of our employment instead of giving that control to a corporation with its own interests. The result of this attitude has been a boom in online businesses and creative entrepreneurs. With so much uncertainty in the world, we're desperate to carve out something stable for ourselves, and the clock is ticking. We need to make it before they do, before someone steals our idea or the market becomes saturated. We need to go, go, go and produce in the hopes that we are going somewhere and producing something of value. If you're a creative, then this approach can be rather distressing. Time management and tight scheduling, deadlines and optimization tactics are problematic, because there is nothing efficient about creating art. Don't get me wrong, I maintain a weekly schedule because I want to make time for the things that are important to me. Writing, work, study, exercise, and free time are important. I also manage my time by keeping an eye on deadlines, and I do use small tricks and tactics with the intention that it improve my productivity. Though I use a timetable to organize my life, and though I use an outline in regards to my writing, I hold these maps lightly. I listen to the recommendations of other hikers, especially those who have traveled from where I want to go. I follow small urges to wander down goat tracks in the hopes that it will lead to a spectacular view. Sometimes it does, and sometimes I collide with a giant boulder. Good art doesn't have to take time, but it often does. So much of life is spent in a rush, and I'm no exception. If there's a way to shortcut a recipe, or send one email instead of 15, or to coordinate my errands so I'm not backtracking around town, then I'll do that. But art is slow, or at least my art is. Writing is an act of perseverance and constant dissatisfaction. It takes me a long time to put together a short story, novella, or even an academic essay. Although I conduct research and complete outlines before I start writing, I don't really know what it is I'm doing or what it is I'm thinking until I'm actively engaged with the work. People may not think that writing is a tactile act, but it is. Although I outline my stories and plan my assignments, I can't really see the work during this stage. I have a sense of what it is I want to accomplish, and that feeling tows me forward, guiding me towards the watery image in my mind's eye. It is through the act of writing that the image gathers shape. It is given a body and consequently a will of its own. You must hold an outline lightly because a story can have its own motivations. Some authors work tediously on an outline and then follow it to a T. Others may mentally map out their entire plot ahead of time so that their writing sessions feel more like dictation rather than creation. Personally, I maintain a working outline, conduct research, and craft character profiles, and I start each session with a 5-minute mini outline where I figure out what it is I want to achieve during that writing session. If you were to compare this mini outline to the final product, you may not see the connection. The story has a form and a will of its own, but it's only through the act of writing that I can feel, see, and hear it. Now, my practice of outlining may seem pointless given my tendency to follow the story's lead, but I continue this habit because it's a way to orientate myself in the story, and the hardest part of writing is starting. I am a slow thinker. I need time to ponder and to tinker with the work, because clean, poetic prose does not come easily to me. I work slowly. I revise in layers where each revision has a specific purpose. In terms of creative writing, my first draft is primarily concerned with plot. What are the story beats? What is happening here, to who and why? Later revisions will focus on character, mood, theme, and voice, or broad concerns such as structure, tension, or voice. I write first drafts fast because I want to get the story out. I need to see the shape of it before I can start refining. During this stage, I'll typically write 1,000 words an hour, but during later stages, I'll easily spend an hour tinkering on a 100-word paragraph. In even later revisions, that same paragraph may be reduced again to 20 words or deleted completely. Like I said, there's nothing efficient about creating art. During these later revision sessions, I don't measure the success by the hours spent or the word count. Instead, it is my ability to say yes to the following 3 questions. Did I make progress today? Did the manuscript improve? Did I write something that felt real? I'm comfortable with the fact that this part of the writing process is slow, because there are so few areas in life where we allow ourselves to be slow. Of course, slow writing is at odds with the current work culture, where we are told to squeeze the life out of every minute and to produce more content in less time. A culture where we are told it is dangerous to be slow because you might be left behind. Writing slow may be a luxury, but it's one that I'm not willing to give up yet. There you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts on the topic of slow writing in our current work culture. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Know that you can always check out my website, taraeast.com. If you sign up for my weekly newsletter, you'll receive a short story straight to your inbox as a thank you. You can always follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All the links are below. I hope you've had a really productive week, and I'll see you next time.